same. I mean, वहाँ ठंड पड़ती है?
Changing.
It is changing, ना? So it is high time to keep yourself safe, है ना? Avoid ice. I mean, avoid anything that your parents says to avoid. Okay, because if you get sick at this time, then it will be creating mess in your studies. Try to not get sick. You can only try, है ना? आप कोई आदमी पड़ गया बीमार तो पड़ गया, आप क्या ही कर सकते हैं? But please try to not get sick. Okay, avoid things that can make you sick, that have the potential to make you sick. Okay. So all of you can see my screen, correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So the chapter's name is Periodic Properties. And classification. Of elements. Now we will be learning about periodic properties and also how these elements were classified in different groups and period. You must have seen the periodic table in your 10th standard or 9th standard also. But before that, there is one topic in this chapter which is quite not directly related to periodic properties. Okay, it is not directly related to periodic properties. Does anyone know what topic is that which is not directly related to the periodic properties? What it is in this chapter? Any idea? You must have done this chapter. I mean, overview तो होगा ही आप लोगों के पास from your school. No idea? Yes, Mazia. Acha, no idea. So there is one topic which is known as nomenclature of elements with atomic number more than 100. Have you heard about it in school?
Yes, sir.
Yes, no. So this is not. I mean, there is nothing. There is no property here. Okay, there is no property going on here. But we have to study this, and it is included in this chapter in CERT. So we'll start with that, and then we will dive into the periodic properties. है ना? तो एक बार इसको खत्म कर लेते हैं, जो भी ये side वाला portion है, side topic type का, and then we'll dive into the periodic properties. But before that, what was the need of the nomenclature? Okay, what was the need of the nomenclature? The culprit is the element with atomic number 104. Atomic number 104, it means that it has 104 protons. Atomic number 104. Now, there were two groups of scientists which claimed that we have invented this. We have invented. Now, I'm saying not discovered, rather invented. That means all these elements are what? Man-made elements. Okay, these are man-made elements. These are not present in nature as of now. Till now, we have not discovered them. Till now, we have only been able to invent them. And how that is done? It is known as particle physics. It is a part of physics in which you deal with single atoms. Now, moving on, what are the groups? There were two groups of scientists. One was American group, and the other group was Russian. Not even Russian, I would say Soviet group. Okay, why Soviet? You must have learned about USSR in your chapter 10 history, 9-10 history, World War II. You guys have learned now that those things. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So you have heard this word Cold War. Have you heard this word Cold War? After the World War II, there was a Cold War. And then Jawaharlal Nehru, he said that non-alliance movement was there. Jawaharlal Nehru said that we will neither be supporting America and we will neither be supporting any parties here. Okay, in the Cold War. So what was the Cold War? Was it cold in winter season? No, it was not in winter season. Cold War means passive aggressive. आप जानते हैं ना? You know, things which go passive aggressive, like I can see Muhammad Ehtesham. Muhammad Ehtesham, you are new in this class?
Yes, sir.
This is your first class.
Yes, sir. Actually, I was attending HD Raja sir classes. Actually, they sent me this thing today, so I'm attending this class.
Actually, you're attending this class. Okay, so can you tell me which school are you from?
Sir, actually, right now I'm studying at home.
You're studying at home. That means you have not taken any admission in school?
No, sir. No, sir. Right now, not yet.
So how would that work?
Because in my state, in Karnataka, they did not start admission. They started admissions since September. So I'm just trying to get the admission there.
Acha, you are trying to get the admission. So you are from Karnataka, by the way, no?
Yes.
Karnataka. Fine. And you have biology, or do you have PCMB or
Biology, sir.
maths?
Biology.
Biology. You don't have maths.
I have maths, sir. PCMB.
You have PCMB, maths भी है ना?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So all the best, है ना? Maths, bio दोनों लेके चल रहे हैं.
Yes.
Okay. Fine. So moving on to Cold War. What was Cold War? In Cold War, there was competitions happening, okay, between the Americans and the Soviet. Soviet ने भेज दिया. Soviet, what did the Soviet do? Soviet got a man on the space, Yuri Gagarin. Then America, in response to that, they sent the first person in the moon. Okay, so this was competition. Okay, this was competition. Now Soviet was, if they were developing a nuclear power, and America was also developing nuclear power. Okay, so this is known as Cold War. Directly, they are not fighting a war, but they are preparing for a war. है ना? मतलब वो ऐसे passive aggressive वाला लड़ाई हो रहा है. So in that, chemistry was also there, and the group of scientists, American group and the Soviet group. So American group said that we have invented the element number 104, and we will name it Rutherfordium. And its symbol would be RF. The Soviets said, no, we have discovered it, which will we will name it as Kurchatovium. Kurchatovium, and its symbol will be Ku. Its symbol will be Ku. Now, all the the handlings of what name should be used, what symbol should be used, it is all handled by IUPAC, okay, the International Union for Pure and Applied Chemistry, IUPAC. So IUPAC intervened between them. So IUPAC said that, where is my plaque? Oh, IUPAC said that, wait a second, this is not how you name it. What we will do is, if we will do a polling, okay, we will do a poll, we will do a voting, and all the members of IUPAC, they will vote, and they will choose one of the names. Now the scientist said, okay, fine, when will the voting will be? So IUPAC said that it will be after some time, like means ऐसी तो अचानक आप लोग को भी जरूरत पड़ी है, you need that voting now, so we cannot call them over now, and we cannot also have Zoom meeting in before 2000, internet tiny, so we cannot have Zoom meeting also. So they said that we will wait. Then they asked, so what should we do in meanwhile? What should we call this element number 104? The IUPAC was like, okay, fine. Now I will give you the rules for the nomenclature of elements with atomic number more than 100. So all of you have did all of you get the story of nomenclature? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Got it now? Nomenclature of elements. So this is temporary. Now, if you will see the periodic table, now all of these elements have already been given the names. Okay. So till 118 elements that we have in the periodic table, they have already given the right name, and the 104 was voted by the group as Rutherfordium. Americans were having a heavy hand. Soviet was almost cracking down. That is why most of the people, they said that we will support USA because it is emerging to be the world, the world most powerful country. So nomenclature of elements with Z greater than 100. So you can see how politics also influences science. We always see science as something which is very pure of politics. There is no bias and nothing there. But eventually, when you keep diving into science, slowly, you will see, sab jagah yahi cheez chal raha hai. Okay, no places. In every place you can see there is some politics happening. Okay. Nomenclature of elements with Z more than 100. So the first rule is that we will remember. The name of the atomic number, it will be derived from the digits in the atomic number. Please write the name. Please write with me. Okay, the name will be derived from atomic number. Will be derived from atomic number using the root name for each digit. Okay. The name will be derived from atomic number, and this atomic number will obviously be having some digits, and those digits will get a root name, and from there we will derive From there, we will derive the name of the element. Okay, name of the element. So let me just zoom out a bit because this font is very, I think this is fine. Now I will write digits. Please start copying. Okay, please start copying here. I will write digits. Then I will write the root and also its abbreviation. Okay, ABBR. This is the abbreviation of abbreviation. Double abbreviation of the word abbreviation. Abbreviation of the word abbreviation. ABBR. Now we can draw some margins also. So here will be the digits. Digits can take a bit. Yeah, that much is fine. Then we can also have one more line. So root will be something which can be. So please write how many digits are there in the Indo-Arabic numeral system. How many digits are there? Yes, Khalid. How many digits are there in Indo-Arabic numeral system? The number system that we use. How many digits are there? Mazia, Minashi, Razan. No idea. Hurry. Yes, Ehtasham, you want to say? How many digits are there?
Infinite, right?
No. That is numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a number. So if I say 103, so how many digits are there?
3 digits, sir. 3 digits.
Now you understand what is the difference between digit and a number?
Yes, sir.
So tell me how many digits will be there? Only 9, no? There are only, no, not 9, 10.
10.
There are 10. Yeah, starting from 0. So 0, the root for 0 is nil and the abbreviation is n. Then you have 1. This 1 is written as un. The abbreviation is u. Then you have 2. 2 is written as by. The abbreviation will be b. Then 3 you have try. The abbreviation is t. For 4 you have quad. The abbreviation will be q. For a 5 you have pent. Abbreviation is p. 6 you have hex. Abbreviation will be h. For 7 you have sept. Abbreviation will be s. You have 2 more. 8. This will be oct. Abbreviation will be o. And this 9 is enn. The abbreviation here is e. The abbreviation here is e. Okay. So these are the roots. These are the digits for which you have the roots and the abbreviation for which you have the abbreviation. Now, how will we name it? How will we name it? You have to combine. Wait a second. Let me make a line here also. All right. Combine the roots in order. 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 Order of what? Order of the digits. Order of the digits. And this is very important. End the name. Okay, you have to end the name with IUM. Okay, at the end, it should be IUM. So for example, please listen here. Please don't write. If you're writing now, please don't write. So if you have this 101, okay, so it will always be greater than 100, not 100, greater than 100. So 101 will be named as, okay, now let me ask, Ehtasham, you will tell me, what is the root for digit 1?
Sir, UN.
Un. Okay, this is un. What is the root for digit 0?
Nil, sir. NIL.
Nil. And then what is the root for digit 1?
Un, sir. UN. Un.
Un. And then I will end this with IUM. Okay, IUM. So this will be un, nil. I mean, there is no space. Okay, un, nil, un, yum. And the symbol will be what? The symbol will be C. you have U, N, U. So the symbol will be, you can write this capital U, the starting one. This will be capital. Then you will have small n and then U. Okay. Then similarly, I'm writing some other also. For example, you have 102. This is important because this will be un plus nil, okay, plus by. Now, plus you will not write IUM because you have already an I here. So what you have to do, you have to end with IUM. So in IUM, I is already present at the end. You just have to add UM here. Okay, this is the difference. You just have to add UM. Just make sure that it is ending with EM. Un, nil, by, unnil BM. Okay, unnil BM. Now what will be the abbreviation? U, N, B. Starting with the capital U, N, and B. Okay, so please write this down. Let me know if you're done. Also, there is one more thing. Okay, double letters, you can have double letters, but you can never have triple letters. That is why, for example, if you have, suppose you have element number which is 190 and they are asking the name. So this will be un plus what you will have un. Then for this you will be having ENN plus nil plus IUM. So you may write this as un, n, then again NIL, IUM. So English, it does not allow triple alphabets. Okay. So you have to curve down one alphabet and you will write the correct name will be, this is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. Just write this also. Don't omit this, write this and just mark this wrong. Write the correct one as, un, n. You will omit one n and you will write yum. Okay. So tripling is not allowed. Huh? Nomenclature may be tripling allowed nahi hai. Indian roads may be tripling allowed nahi hai. Chalo. Write this down. Let me know if you're done. Is anyone done? Minashi, Mazia? Achha,
Yes, sir,
Mazia is
done.
done. Okay, Maimuna is also done. What about others? Razan, how are you?
Thank you.
You're fine. Okay.
Done.
Done. Ehtisham is also done.
Sir, sir, can you go?
Yes,
Can
Aisha.
you go a bit up the part? Just
Yeah, sure. Sure. You just zoom out a bit. Okay. Now this is the line that you want to write. You want me to go more up? Yeah, Ehtisham.
Yeah, sir, a bit up that heading. Yeah, the heading part.
Heading nomenclature of elements with atomic number.
Yes.
Right. I'm telling the nomenclature of elements. Nomenclature of elements with atomic number more than 100. With atomic number more than 100. With atomic number more than 100.
Done.
Okay. Okay. So guys, can I move on?
Yes.
Yes or no? Okay, fine. Now you will try this out question. Write the names. And symbol for following. Okay, write the names and symbol for following. 111, 111. Okay. B. Okay, so just 4, and then in homework you will write the rest of them. Okay. In homework. Write the UPSC name for the rest of elements from z is equal to 101 to 120. Okay, so there are only 118 till now, but you will do till 120. This is applicable for more than 100. Most of you here have biology, right? Most of you here have biology. Yes.
sir.
Yes. Now,
Yes.
can I get a yes, sir, from those who have biology?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So many of you, many are having biology. So you must have done classification. Now, please, if someone can multitask, they can multitask. And if someone doesn't want to hear me now, you can just remove the earphones or something, and please do the question. Okay, these questions are important. So you must have done classification in biology, right? 9th standard, everyone did classification. So whenever there is a classification, there is a basis. We will start from there. Okay, what is the basis of classification? And then we will move toward what are the different type of elements and how we have classified them. And whenever you classify something, you group them. Okay, this is one group, this is another group. And we will see what we are getting after we group them. Write these four and then send me one text. Okay, A, B, C, D as one single text. Send me in chat. Don't send the A answer, then B answer, then C answer. Don't do that. Send me one text. In a single text, write all the names. You can also separate them by comma. You don't have to beautifully arrange them. A111 is equal to this much. You don't have to do that. Just separate them by comma. Okay, I have got an answer like this. Ehtisham, you missed the symbols.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Maimuna, see the symbol for, you're messing up with the symbol for, the first one is correct. I mean, you have 3 ones, right? So they will be having same symbol, na? An. So what will be the symbol, Maimuna? Just correct that. And the second one also, you have the first one in 112 is fine, but you messed up with the second one, which is present in the 112. And first, yeah, 113, you have done it right. And 109 is also correct. Okay, just in the symbol. Maimuna, did you see your mistake?
Yes, sir. I understood.
You understood? Okay. Okay, I'm waiting for other answers. Maimuna, Mazia. If anyone is stuck, please let me know. Okay, Minashi has sent. Yeah, correct. I guess it is correct. Minashi, you are not ending it rightly, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Tasham. You are not ending it correctly. What should be the end? Got it? You got? Okay.
Yes, sir.
IUN. Yeah, IUN. The symbols are fine. Just the first letter in the symbol, it should be a capital letter. Okay, it should be a capital letter. For example, when I say this, so we'll say that this is not a symbol of anything, but this is the symbol for sodium. Okay, so just make sure that you are having the first letter capitalized. Let me write. So this will be an, anium. This will be U, and U. For 112, this will be an, bium. This will be U, B. This will be an, trium. This will be U, T. And you will have here an, nil, N, M. This will be U, N. This will be U, N. E. There is some typos there. I can see some typos there, Mazia. Okay, don't worry. There are some typos I can see. For example, the A1 Mazia, you have written it num. It should be anyum, IUM in that, na Mazia? Yes, Mazia. Yeah. Okay. If you have written it correctly in the notebook, then it is fine. I can understand that you can have a typo while you are typing. Okay, while you are typing. Fine. So let us move on to what the periodic table. So whenever you classify something, there should be a basis for classification. Okay, there should be a basis for classification. So you have to classify what? You have to classify the elements. Okay. Now for this, the basis was chosen, and the basis was, please don't write anything. Okay, please don't write anything. We will talk about it. So basis was the repetition of electronic or outermost electronic configuration. The repetition of outermost electronic configuration. Okay, so the outermost electronic configuration was repeating. So all the elements which had similar outermost electronic configuration were taken in a group. They were grouped together. Okay, so we formed a group. Now there is one group, there is another group, there is another group, there is another group, and then they saw that, oh, we have formed a table. Then we saw that we have formed a table. Now that table was known as the periodic table. That table was known as the periodic table. Why periodic table? Periodic table. Periodic table because suppose this is the table, and suppose you have, these are the groups. Okay, the original periodic table you have seen, it does not look like that. So you have repetition of electronic configuration after let us say not a very, after periodic intervals, you will have some repetition of the electronic configuration. Okay, so we'll have repetition of the electronic configuration after some periods. Now whenever you make a table, there will be two parts. There will be two parts in the table. There will be rows, okay, and there will be columns. So rows are horizontal or vertical? Rows are horizontal or vertical? Maimuna, rows are horizontal or vertical? Achha, no problem. So you have horizontal row. First row student, second row student, they sit horizontally, right? They sit horizontally. And columns are vertical. Okay, columns are vertical. Rows are horizontal and columns are vertical. So let us move to the periodic table. Let us move to the topic, which is periodic table. Just write the heading. Please write the heading periodic table. Write the heading periodic table. Okay. Now this periodic table has many names. It has many names. So periodic table, you can also call it as the modern periodic table. Also call this as modern periodic table. It also has a name which is known as long form of periodic table. Long form of periodic table. Okay, so you can have all these names for periodic table, but essentially what is the definition and what it holds, it is important. Whenever you have a table, it is an arrangement of elements. Okay, arrangement of, what is a periodic table? You will say it is an arrangement of elements. Arrangement of elements according to their properties. According to their properties in tabular form. In tabular form. Okay. This is periodic table. Periodic table. Now, then we will write what is the basis of this periodic table. What is the basis? Basis of this periodic table is repetition of outermost electronic configuration. Okay, this is the basis. Then we have, now when we arrange the elements by the repetition of outermost electronic configuration, we will get a particular kind of arrangement, right? We can also define what is the arrangement that we get. What is the arrangement that we get? Arrangement. So arrangement. This arrangement is, please write down with me, okay? In this arrangement, we will have the elements in the increasing order of their atomic number. The arrangement is in increasing order of atomic number. The basis of all this periodic table was the modern periodic law. So we also should know what is the modern periodic law. Modern periodic law. So what does the modern periodic law state? This is important. You can be asked regarding this in Vivas also. Modern periodic table. Please write this. The physical and chemical properties of the elements are periodic function of their atomic numbers. Please write this down. Let me know if you're done. And is there here anyone who does not understand Hindi at all? Is there anyone who does not understand Hindi at all? Acha, who is here who thinks that he knows or she knows the least Hindi? The least Hindi. They cannot, properly talk in Hindi. Is there anyone here? No one. Khalil, you are okay with Hindi? Obviously, you will be okay with Hindi. Minashi, you don't know any Hindi? Minashi,
No,
can
sir.
you? No? आपको अगर हम थैला बोले, थैला नहीं पता आपको? What is थैला? अच्छा, you don't know. What is बैगन? You know बैगन? आलू?
Aloo potato, right?
Aloo is potato. Okay. Now बैगन is brinjal.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Yes, Mazia.
In the first line, the arrangement of elements. After that, what's the word?
According.
Thank you.
According. And the reason that I'm asking regarding Hindi is that you will have to learn the periodic table, right? You'll have to learn the periodic table, and the Hindi mnemonics are very easy. But don't worry. We have English mnemonics and English tricks to remember the groups. Let me know if you're done, guys. Okay, Marcia is done. Is anyone still writing? Is there anyone who is still writing?
Done, sir. Done.
Done. Okay, everyone is done. Fine. Now we will write the structure of modern periodic table. Okay. So all of these things are, very evident when you look at the periodic table, but we just write this down. So sometime you may be asked, what is the structure of periodic table? But you have not listened it or read it in this way. That is why we are writing everything. Okay. So structure of MPT. What is MPT? Modern periodic table. What is MPT? It is modern periodic table. So the structure of modern periodic table, it contains horizontal rows called periods. Horizontal rows called periods. Okay. and there are 7 of them. Okay, there are 7 of them. Then there are vertical columns, called groups. And there are 18 of such groups. Okay, there are 18 of such groups. Now, in this, we will start by learning about the periods. Okay, first we will learn about the periods. We'll look at the period 1, period 2, and etc. So periods of modern periodic table. So please write with me the first 2 lines. I hope everyone has written the first 2 lines. Yes or no? Horizontal rows called periods and vertical columns called groups.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you have written. Okay, so we will now deal with the periods. Now, in first period, we will write few things. Okay, in the first period, the first is the first period.
Sir, 1 second, sir. The 2 points. Sir.
The 2 points you want to write. Okay. Done, Atisha?
Done. Sir.
No, or you said yes or done?
Done, sir. Done.
Done. Okay. First period elements. Okay. Now, in first period elements, so let me just mark it as 1, not as star. Now, in first period element, we will write what will be the shell number. So n will be equal to 1. Okay. So if period number is 1, n will be also equal to 1. What is the n? N means the principal quantum number. That means it is the K shell. That means it is the K shell. Now, each and every element that is present in the first period element, they will have only one shell. They will have only one shell, or the outermost shell will be the K shell or the first shell or the first shell. Okay, K shell or the first shell. Now, please remember, I am explaining each of these bits in the first period. Okay, I'm explaining each bits in the first period, but as we go on till 7 period, you will be answering me things. So please listen very carefully here. Okay, now it has only n is equal to 1, the K shell or the first shell. Now, how many electrons can be there in the first shell? How many electrons can be there in the first shell? So there is a
2.
formula.
2, sir.
Yeah, 2, no? So you must have remembered it by 10th standard, but you have a formula. If you have n, then you will 2 into n square is the total number of electrons that can be present in a particular shell. So you will write 2 into 1 square.
Sir, we use octet, right? The last shell should have 8 only. So what is the use of this formula? I don't understand, sir.
No. Can you repeat that?
Sir,
What
what
are
is the
you
use
saying?
of this formula? Because we need octet, right? Because all the shells should have at least number of electrons are 8 only. So
No,
use of this
no.
formula.
Least number of electrons are 8.
Yes, sir. Because they say right octet. It should have form an octet to balance.
नहीं, अभी बहुत कुछ सीखना बाकी है जिंदगी में. That's 10th standard. Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
That is 10th standard. I mean, for example, this is the formula. I mean, you can have much more electrons in the last shell. Okay, we will see that in chemical bonding. Okay, you will see some parts of it in this chapter, but mostly you will see in chemical bonding.
Okay.
Have you heard about this expanded octet? Have you heard this word, expanded octet?
No, sir.
Hypervalency?
No.
Abhi aayega. Those will come. The thing is that now in 10th standard we learn till only the second period. So for second period it holds 2. 2 into 2 square is equal to how much? 8. Correct?
8. Yes. Yes, sir.
Now in 10th standard we were only learning till the second period. That is why it was true. But here you can have more than 8. Okay, you can have more than 8 also. But that will be after third period. So n is equal to 1, K shell or the first shell. Then after that it consists of only 2 elements. It consists of only 2 elements, that is hydrogen, which has the electronic configuration of 1s1, and helium, which has the electronic configuration of 1s2. It has the electronic configuration of 1s2. So all these points we will be writing. We have written the exact elements, but we will not be writing the exact element for the further groups because they will be increasing. Now you will have, yeah, that's it, I guess, for the first period element. Then you can write for second period element. second period. Okay, now in second period, what will be the value of n, guys? What will be the value of n? N will be equal to 2. Very good. So this will be L shell or second shell, and it consists of how many? 8 elements. It consists of 8 elements. Now after that we will have, they are from lithium. Lithium has the electronic configuration of 1s2, 2s1. The last element here is neon. Neon has the electronic configuration of 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Okay. Now, can I scroll down the first period? All of you have written the first period?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you have third period. This is descriptive chemistry. Okay. So I am not teaching you anything that you have to basically, understand. This is descriptive chemistry. I'm just describing a periodic table. In the third period, n will be equal to, you must have got the hang of it, n will be equal to 3. This will be JKL M shell or third shell. Okay, the valence shell will be the third shell. Okay, the valence shell here is second shell, the valence shell here will be the third shell. Then it consists of it consists of what? It consists of how many elements? 8 elements only. Okay, it consists of 8 elements only. Now, somebody has sent me a chat. Yes, ma'am, fine. Okay, third period element consists of 8 elements only. Now, please write a note here. Okay, please write a note here. Please write a note here. Now, even though the third shell can contain 2 into 3 square elements or electrons, that is 18 electrons. But what happens? But before 3D, the 4s is filled due to higher energy of 3D, and hence what happens? Therefore 3D has to wait till 4s gets filled. Okay, now we can fill 18 electrons, and in that means there should be 18 elements in the third period, but no. Why? Because the 3D subshell has higher energy and 3D has to wait to 4s. Now as soon as 4s will come, we will move to the fourth period. Okay, as soon as 4s will come, we will move to the fourth period. That is why we have only 8 elements in the third period. Okay, there are only 8 elements in the third period. And what are those elements? Those elements lie from, the elements are from sodium. Okay, now I'm just writing the valence configuration to argon. Argon will have 3s2, 3p6. Okay, so this is the valence electronic configuration, the outermost electronic configuration. So please write this down. Let me know if you're done.
Sir, what is 3D?
Have you not done the second chapter? Ehtisham?
Yeah, actually, I should revise that, sir. I didn't start it. Yes.
So you have not done it properly?
Yes, sir. Not. No, sir.
Oh, so you have any idea about subshells, orbitals?
No, sir.
SPDF?
No, sir. I'll study the chapter, sir. I'll study and come.
Achha, so have you got the lectures, the recording?
Yeah, it's in the YouTube channel, sir. I'll just check that.
Hai na?
Yes, sir.
No, you have the contact for Nishkarsh, sir? Yes or no?
Okay. Yes, I have that.
You have, है ना? So ask him. He
Okay,
will fetch and give you, okay?
okay,
Because there are many videos.
okay.
So in that you have to learn quantum numbers, okay? Quantum
Okay.
numbers. The initial 4 or something chapters are there, lessons, lectures are there. Quantum numbers. So 3D is a subshell. D is a subshell. I mean, please watch it as soon as possible, because everything that we are learning is depending on the knowledge that you have regarding the chapter 2 and electronic configuration. Okay, so please
Okay.
do it as soon as possible.
Yes, I'll do it.
Done, guys? Yes, Minashi, Mazia, Razan, Khalid.
Done.
Yes.
Okay. I can move, right? No one is writing. No, you have fourth period. Okay, the fourth period elements. Now, in fourth period, what we'll have t n is equal to 4. Now you get the gist. Now here 4s, okay, here 4s, 3d, 4p will be filled. Okay, so 4s can hold only 2 electrons, d can hold 10 electrons, and p can hold 6 electrons. That is why there will be 18 elements. Now one more point that you can write is 4f cannot be filled. 4f can't be filled, as 4f is even greater than 6s. That means 4f will be filled only after the 4f will be filled in the 6th period only. Okay, it is also greater than 6s, and it is also greater than 5s also. 5 maybe nahi hoga. In the 6th period it will be filled. Now the next thing that we can write is 18 elements are there. It has 18 elements. Okay, now the elements they start from, you have potassium with the outermost electronic configuration as 4s1, to krypton with the outermost electronic configuration of 4s2, 3d10, 4p6. All right, for 5th period, n will be equal to 5. What will be the orbitals that will be filled here? 5s. 5s will be filled, 4d will be filled, and 5p will be filled. Okay. So if you have to calculate the number of elements, just see 2 here, 10 plus 6, then again 18 elements will be present. Okay, 18 elements. 18 elements are present. Now here you can also write what? Here also you can write that the 5f will not be filled, it will be only filled after 6s and all. Then you will have the elements from rubidium. Rubidium is 5s1, 2. The noble gas here is xenon. The noble gas here is xenon. That is 5s2, 4d10, 5p6. Done, guys? last write the 6th period. Sixth period, the n will be equal to 6. The filled orbitals that will be filled up will be 6s, 4f, 5d, 6p will be filled. Then you will have how many elements here? 32 elements. Okay, 32 elements. Then the starting from cesium 6s1 to you will have radon, that is 6s2, 4f14, 5d10, and you will have 6p6. So this is radon. This is the 6th period. Now, in this 6th period, you will write one note. Okay, you will write one note. What is the note here? This is regarding the C. If you see the S or S block, I mean the S, there will be 2 elements which are having the S subshell as the valence shell, and in that you will have 2 electrons. There will be 14 elements with 4f. Okay, 14 elements with 4f. Please write the 14 elements. The 14 elements of 4f are separated and placed down the table. And these are known as, these 14 elements are known as, these are known as lanthanoids. All those 14 elements, these are known as lanthanide series or lanthanides in short. Lanthanide series or lanthanides in short. So you must have seen the periodic table. It is something like this. There's hydrogen here, and there is helium here. There are elements in between. Then you will see there is a block which is separated. Okay, so all these elements now will have 4f in the valence shell. These are the elements which are known as the lanthanoids. These are the elements which are known as lanthanoids. Just wait a second. Let me reshare my screen. Please write this down. Let me know if you're done. Then we will write for the 7th period. Is there anyone who is still writing? Is there anyone who is still writing? No. Right. 7th period. N will be equal to 7. That is the 7th shell. The filled subshell will be 7s, 5s, 6d, 7p will be filled. There are 32 elements. Starting from francium, that is 7s1, to organoson, that is 7s2, 5f14, 6d10, and 7p6. Okay, octagon is the atomic number 118, the last. Okay, in the IUPAC nomenclature, this will be named as octium. Here also you can write the note regarding the 14 elements of the 5F. Write a note. The 14 elements of 5F are separated and placed down the table and these are known as actinoids. These are known as actinoids. Done, guys?
No, sir.
Okay. Please write.
Done, sir.
Is there anyone who's still writing?
No, sir.
No. Now what I will do, I will make a table in which you can summarize everything that we have written till now. Okay, everything we have done till now. So please bear with me. Okay. So preparation of table here, it requires some patience. So you'll have a large line here that will be writing the periods orbitals being filled and number of electron or elements. And then you will have some lines like this. Achha, we can do one thing. I will do a short one, make a short one, then I will enlarge it. That is better way to go. So you have this small one, and then you'll have a thing for period number, which will be quite small because I don't need much space for writing that. Then I can just move these things like this. Yeah, I think this will be fine. And then I need the horizontal lines. Yeah, that space is fine. The 1, 2, 3. I think I need to increase the size here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll write the period number here. That means you will also be telling the what is the valence shell. Okay, what is the valence shell? Then we'll be writing the orbitals being filled. Orbitals being filled. And at the end, number of electrons or elements in that. This is more important. Okay, this is more important. That is the elements, number of elements in that particular period. So you guys can also start writing this because you have all the information. I will be just highlighting it. Okay. So first of all, we have period number 1. In this, the orbital field is 1s. Number of electrons or elements is how much? That is 2, which will be equal to 2. Then you will have second period. In this, you will be filling 2s and 2p. Number of electron in s is how much? 2, plus in p is how much? 6. That will be equal to 8 elements or 8 electrons. Third, you will have 3s, 3p. Now this will be again 2 plus 6, which will be equal to 8. And in the fourth one, you will have 4s, 3d, 4p. Now 4s will have 2 electrons, d has how many? 10, and p has 6. So this will be equal to 18 electrons. Similarly, in the fifth one also, you will have 5s, 4d, 5p. Here you will fill 2 plus 10 plus 6. This will be again 18 electrons. Then the sixth one will have one more. So there will be 6s, 4f, 5d, 6p. And this will be holding 2 plus 14 plus 10 and plus 6. And this will be equal to 32. The seventh one you will be having 7s. Then this will be 5f. And after 5f, we'll be having 6d and 7p. It will be 2 plus 14 for the f, 10 for the d, and 6 for the p. So it will be also 32 electrons. Okay. Now, those who have done the electronic configuration with me, can you guys see a pattern that is very much similar to that we have seen earlier? Like 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p. I told you guys to remember it this way. Yes or no? 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, 3d, 4p, 5s, 4d, 5p, 6s, 4f, 5d, 6p. Now, this is also the order of the energy of orbitals. Yes or no, guys? For this chapter,
Yes.
right? Okay, so please write this down. Let me know if you're done.
Done.
All of you are
Yes.
done?
Done.
Okay. Now we will go to groups in the periodic table. In modern periodic table, groups in modern periodic table. So kind of general introduction to this. So these are divided into, there are how many groups? There are 18 groups. There are 18 groups in the modern periodic table. And these are clubbed together in 4 different blocks. In 4 different blocks. Now, depending on the, how are the blocks defined? Depending on the subshell that receives the electron, depending on the subshells that receives the last electron. Okay, depending on the subshell that receives the last electron. So there are 4 subshells, that is SPDF. That is why this is divided into 4 different blocks. This is S block. Okay, and it holds group 1 and the group 2. Second is the P block. It holds from group number 13 to 18. Then you have the D block. It holds from group number 3 to group number 12. And at last you have the F block. All the F block elements, they are present in the group 3. We will look why. This is only in the group 3. Done, everyone? Is there anyone who's still writing?
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. Now we'll look at the first block, that is the S block elements. Okay, we will go in the block and then we will learn about the groups and then the D block, S, P block, D block, then the F block. Okay, we don't have to learn much about the F block. You just have to learn some properties of the F block. That's it. But for S block, P block, and the D block, we will go in detail. So S block and P block, we will go to the most detail, and then D block a bit, we will hold back a bit. In the F block, we'll just learn few properties. Because F block elements, these are not very much used. Okay, the chemistry is not very much known for those F block elements. First is the S block elements. S block elements. In the S block elements, there are two groups. It is composed of two groups. It's composed of two groups. Okay, the group 1 and the group 2. Okay, group 1 and group 2. That is group 1 and group 2. Okay, now write some remarks regarding the S block elements. Write some remarks. Now, these are the points that you'll be understanding after we are done with the properties. Okay, we are not writing the properties till now. We are just describing the periodic table. We are just describing the periodic table. So the S block elements, they are found to be very soft metals. Okay, they are soft metals with low melting and boiling points. Low melting points and boiling points. Now, they have low ionization enthalpy. Ionization enthalpy is one of the properties that we are going to study, and we will also look why they are low. They are very reactive. As they easily lose electron. As they easily lose electrons. Write the last point. They are good reducing agents. Now, this point regarding reducing agent, you will be learning this in the redox reaction chapter. Okay, redox reaction, in that will be going into detail in the reduction and the oxidation. So there you will completely understand what is reducing agent, and some part of reducing agent is also there in thermodynamics, but we'll be learning thermodynamics later. Done, guys?
Yes, sir.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. So we have studied regarding the valence electron. Yes or no, everyone who have studied the chapter 2 with me, valence electron?
Yes.
Achha. Did we learn about valency also? Did we learn this term valency? Did we learn this term valency? Yes or no? If you don't remember it, just say no, sir. I think we did not remember learn about valency. Correct? Did we learn about valency? No, no?
No, sir.
No, we did not learn about valency. So write the concept of valency. Okay, so put this in some type of bracket. I mean, it is a side topic that you need to learn. So write concept of valency. Concept of valency. See, valency can be either the valence electron or E minus valence electron. Okay, so there is two definitions here. For valency, valency can be equal to the number of valence electron or 8 minus valence electron. Valence electron, or it can be 8 minus valence electron whichever of them, whichever is lesser. Okay, whichever is lesser. For example, write example. Okay, for example, you have sodium. Sodium has the electronic configuration of what? Sodium has the electronic configuration of 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1, and then we will look at the example of fluorine. Fluorine has the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. So you will tell me the valence electron for both of them. What is the valence electron? For sodium, what is the valence electron? Yes, Maimuna.
2, sir.
No, please see and tell. No, ऐसे आप लोग नहीं कह सकते 2. You have to look somewhere and tell. Acha, what is the valence shell here, Maimuna? What is the valence shell for sodium? How do we? Okay, Maimuna, can you please turn the mic on? If I take somebody's name,
Yes,
they
sir.
should turn the mic on. Thank you very much. Keep the mic on. No? Keep the mic on.
Yeah.
You don't remember now? What is the valence shell? And how do we check valence shell? No?
Valence shell means what? Like, uh,
Go to electronic configuration. In that, you have not heard about valence shell. You have not watched the lectures also, or what? Didn't watch the lecture?
no.
You have
I
watched the
attended
lecture,
it.
no? Attended, no? Then please go to that notes, na? Valence shell. Flip some pages back. All of you flip some pages back, okay? All of you flip some pages back. Now, I can obviously tell you the answer, what is the valence shell, but you have to know your notes also. So yahi pe mauka hai. You guys don't read the notes. So here you may flip some pages and read the notes. Yes, now anyone who will get to the valence, what is valence shell, where I have defined it, they will let me know. Okay, they will let me know that they have found valence shell in their notebook. They have found valence shell in their notebook. We have done both the things, valence shell also, valence electron also. What he got? Valence shell? Yes, Razan, Khalid, Mazia. Yes, Mazia, you got valence shell?
Number of n in the electronic configuration.
The what? The what? The
Maximum number of n.
maximum value of what is happening? Okay.
Maximum value of n in the electronic configuration.
Yes. You can turn the mic off. Okay. So what is the maximum value of n in sodium? What is the maximum value of n, Mazia? Please say it loudly. Why is there so much noise?
I don't know, sir.
Don't know.
No, I don't know.
Achha, there is no voice. I mean, there is no noise. I mean, it is just in the earphone, I think. So what did you say? Can you please repeat that? What is the valence shell?
So 6.
You guys are not reading the notes. Maimuna, the maximum value of n. I'm very disappointed now. Maximum value of n, Maimuna. You don't know, please
10.
tell me. 10. In sodium, I'm asking for sodium. Not random. Yes, sir, Tasham, correct. Khalil, What is the maximum value of N in sodium? Khalil? Okay, I'm assuming Khalil is not present. Khalid? Yes, Khalid, are you here?
Sir, is it 3?
No, why you're asking is it 3? We have done this, yes or no? We have done this, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And so take your time, but be confident in your answer, whatever is the answer, and just be sure that you are going. You can look at the notes. Your notes is there. You can look at the notes and you can explain me also. If I will ask you why you are saying 3 or why you are saying 2 or why you are saying any number. Okay, so just take some time, but don't ask me, is it 3 or is it 4? You take some time, you read it, and then you will say, sir, it is 3, and this is the explanation why it is 3, this is 2, and why it should be 2. Okay. Razan, valence shell, what is the valence shell?
3.
Why 3?
N is maximum number, maximum value of N, so it's 3.
What are the other values of n in sodium? What are the other values of N then? If N is, you are saying 3 is the maximum, so there should be some minimum other values also, no? That should be less than 3. So what are
Yes,
those
sir.
values in sodium?
1, 2, and 2.
1, 2, and 2. Okay, so what is N, by the way? Which quantum number is N? Which quantum number is N? You can look at the notes. Okay. The only time when you don't have to look at the notes is your test. Otherwise, you can look at the notes as much as you want, even when I'm asking the questions.
Principal quantum number.
Principal quantum number. Okay. So valence shell is what? In valence shell, we look at what is the maximum principal quantum number, and those principal quantum number, they are written as this as 1, this is 2, second shell, this is also in the second shell, and this is in the third shell. So valence shell is 3. What is the valence shell in F? Now everyone will answer me. Maimuna, Mazia, Minashi, Khalid, and Khalil, who seems not to be here. What is the valence shell in fluorine?
2.
2. Very good. Now, valence electron. What is valence electron? Look at your notes and tell me. Define valence electron.
Number of electrons in the valence shell.
Number of electrons in the valence shell. Okay, so please be very sure when you are answering me. So what will be the valence electron in sodium? What will be the valence electron in
1.
sodium? 1. 1 will be the valence
1.
electron in sodium. Very good. All of you are saying 1? Because 3s, the third shell has only 1 electron. Now, what will be the valence electron in fluorine? How many valence electron?
5.
Okay, Minashi 5. Maimuna?
5.
Okay, I have to 5. Okay, others? Anyone? Razan?
5, sir.
5. Okay, Khalid? Khalid and Khalid seems not to be here. What about Shuaib and Abdul Wahid? Shuaib and Abdul Wahid, what do you guys think? What would be the valence electron? Okay. Now, Razan, you were saying now that the valence shell is the. Can you please turn the mic on?
Yes, sir.
Valence shell is the maximum value of N, correct?
Yes, sir.
So tell me, what are all the values of N? Tell me, what are all the values of N for fluorine?
1,
1,
2, and 2.
2, and 2. So this 2 and this 2. So are they both in the valence shell or are they not? They both will be in the valence shell. They are not in valence shell, both of them. Yes, Razan. Are they? There is some disturbance. Your voice was clear earlier. Yes, Razan, what you are saying? Can you please repeat that? So both of them, they're not. So where is this 2s then? You are saying 2p is in the valence shell, that is in the second shell, correct? Second shell is the valence shell and 2p is in the second shell. Where is this 2s then? In which shell?
Sir, I think both of them are in valence.
Both of them are there ना? 7 electrons. कुछ याद आया? यही गलती आप लोग कर रहे थे ना इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन में भी. So please start studying. देखिए, you can बताने की जरूरत भी नहीं पड़ती है ना? In chemistry, I won't even have to ask you, and you won't even tell me that I'm studying or not studying. In chemistry, everything is in loop, And once we go further and further, I can understand that whether you are doing some readings or not. Okay. So valence electron is equal to how much? 7. Now valency. Let us come to the new term that is valency. New term that is valency. Now you guys will tell me. See, the valency can be two things, right? The valence electron. So for sodium, it can be 1, or it can be also 8 minus 1, which is equal to 7. So there are two competitors here for valency. Who will win? 1 or 7? Who will win? Whichever is lesser. So valency will be equal to how much? Tell me which is lesser here. So valency will be equal to
One.
valency,
Minus 1.
Very good. No, not minus 1. Only 1. Why minus 1?
Yeah, 1.
1. No? Okay. Now tell me what are the valency? I mean, what will be the competitors for valency for fluorine? It will be 7, correct? Or it will be 8 minus 7, correct?
Yes.
So this will be equal to how much? 8 minus 7 will be equal to 1. So there are two competitors here, 7 and 1. Who will win?
1.
Who will win? 1. Na? So again, valency for fluorine is also equal to 1. So now you are clear with the concept of valency, yes or no? Yes, guys. Are you clear with the concept of valency?
Yes, sir.
How to calculate it? So I'm just giving you one example, and I'm also giving you the electronic configuration. Calcium, which is argon, and this is the outermost configuration, that is 4s2. So you will tell me the valency. Valency will be equal to how much? Yes, nobody can answer me. What is the valency? You have to first of all write the valence shell, then valence electron. Okay, Khalil, correct. You have to write the valence shell, then valence electron, then calculate the valency. Okay. You have to choose whether valence electron or 8 minus valence electron, and one of them, which is lesser, will be the valency. I'm waiting for other answers. Maimuna, Mazia, Minashi, Razan, Khalid. If you are having problem, please tell me. Minashi, yeah, correct. Razan, Mazia, are you doing it? Yes, Mazia got it correct. So the valency will be equal to 2. Okay, valency will be equal to 2. So we will be calculating valency for many elements. Okay, so please write this down. If you have not written, if you have written, just let me know that you have written. Then we will move to group 1 elements. Then we will move to group 1 elements. Done, everyone? Yes, Maimuna, Khalil, Mazia, Ehtisham,
1
done?
second, sir.
Okay, okay,
Yes, redundant, sir.
okay. Khalil is done.
Done, sir.
Done, Maimuna. Okay, sir. Now you will write group 1 elements. Group 1 elements, these are also known as alkali metals. Are all known as alkali metals. Alkali metals. They are known as alkali metals because if I add any one of these elements, that is such as, for example, sodium, is solid into H2O, then this forms sodium hydroxide and it liberates H2 gas. That means what it is doing, if I'm adding it to water, it is making the water what? Basic. This is a base and it is making the water basic. That is why this is alkali. and it has the property to lose electron. The tendency to lose electron is known as the metallic character. Okay, not lustrous and ductile and it is very hard, it is very shiny, all those 8 standard definitions. No. Metals are those which can lose the electron very easily. Metals are those which can lose electron easily, which has the tendency to lose electron. Okay, so there are 2 definitions. This is why alkali, because it act as base in water, base in H2O, and the example that you can see for sodium Na solid plus H2O. Let me just write it like this: Na solid in presence of H2O, it will give you sodium hydroxide plus H2. Correct? Now, why metal? Metal because tendency to lose electron. Tendency to lose electron. Okay, it has tendency to lose electron. What are the elements here? The elements are as follows. Please write with me. Okay, please write all these things with me. Hydrogen, Linac, Rub, Cusper. Okay, Linac, Rub, Cusper. So see, I am just marking hydrogen because hydrogen is controversial. Its place is not defined. We put it in the group 1 elements, but it does not quite resemble the group 1 elements. Okay, so I put a star mark here, but we will write in the group 1 elements because we have to study hydrogen also. So hydrogen is what? Hydrogen. This is lithium or lithium. This is sodium. This is potassium. Rubidium. Cesium and francium. Okay, and francium. How will you remember this? You don't have anything to remember for hydrogen. Okay, you will remember it like this: Linac, Rub, Cusper. You just say it 10 times: Linac, Rub, Cusper, Linac, Rub, Cusper, Linac, Rub, Cusper. They have quite a memorizable syllable. Linac, Rub, Cusper, Linac, Rub, Cusper, and then you can memorize it. Now, those who know the Hindi language, they can also memorize it in this way. But before that, I will write the period number. Okay, so hydrogen is present in the first period. It's present in the first period. This is in the second period. This is in the third period. Sodium is in the third period. Potassium is in the fourth period. Rubidium is in the fifth. Cesium is in the sixth. And francium is in the seventh. Okay. Now, those who know Hindi, they can remember it like this: Hey, लीना की रब से फरियाद, रब से फरियाद. Those who know Hindi Urdu. But see, I don't prefer this one because it may create confusion. For example, faryad, should we take FA or FR? Okay. Now in Rab say, you will have whether you will have SE, because say is SE, na? You write it C like this. So I don't prefer this one. I rather prefer Linac Rab Cusper, because this Linac Rab Cusper, it doesn't leave any space for ambiguity or vagueness. Linac Rab Cusper, Linac Rab Cusper. Now we will write the atomic number. The atomic number for hydrogen is 1. For helium it is 3. Then for sodium it is 11. Now plus 8, 99. Now after 19 you will add 18, which is 37. After 37 you will add again 18. And after, okay, if you are adding 18, this will be equal to how much? If you are adding 18, 15, and this will be again 555. And you then add 32, which will be 87. So these are the atomic numbers for the different elements. This is 37. This is 19. Now the electronic configuration. Okay, the electronic configuration for hydrogen, it is equal to 1s1. For lithium, it is equal to helium. Those who know the electronic configuration, they can write it, correct? 2s1, you have the electronic configuration. Then after helium, you write neon, because neon has 10 electrons. 3s1. Now, can you see a resemblance between the valence shell and the period? Valence shell and the period. Valence shell and the period, right? The valence shell and the period, they are same. Now, potassium, you will have argon 4s1. Rhenium it will be krypton, 5s1, xenon, 6s1, and then you will have radon, 7s1. Okay, radon 7s1. Now I will write here the general electronic configuration. Okay, there are a few things that we will be writing, but before that, let me just get this a bit. Yeah, I can just move this a bit here. Okay, these are the electronic configuration. Now here I will write the general electronic configurations. General electronic configuration. Now, general electronic configuration is what? For the group 1 elements, as we can see that all of them has S1. Yes or no? All of them has S1, correct? Yes or no, guys? Right. Now, this is the outer electronic. Whenever I'm seeing general electronic configuration, that means general outer electronic configuration. Okay. General outer. Let me write this for the first time, general outer electronic configuration. And for the next one, I will not write general outer electronic. General outer electronic configuration. I will abbreviate this as GEC. Okay, I will abbreviate this as GEC. GEC for the group 1 element, it is equal to what? It is equal to NS1, where N is the period number, shell number, and 1. And S has only 1 electron. Now, how many? The valence electron will be equal to how much? How much is the valence electron, guys? Can you see the valence electron? Yes or no? Valence electron, bataiye. In all of them will have valence electron 1, na? Okay, I've got some answer. Yes, Khalil, 1. Yes or no? Razan, Mazia,
Yes.
Aitashan, all of you can see now that the valence
Yes.
electron is 1. Now, if the valence electron is 1, we can also write something regarding the valency. Valency will be equal to, valency will also be equal to 1. Valency will also be equal to 1. Now write this down. Let me know if you're done. Marcia is done. Is there anyone who is still writing? Is there anyone who is still writing? No.
Done, sir.
Done, na, everyone? Okay, now we'll write regarding the group 2 elements. So, okay, so what did I say? Linux Rub Kasper. Okay, please memorize it. I will be asking tomorrow in the next class. I mean, okay, I will be asking the next class. Please write now group 2 elements. The group 2 elements, these are known as alkaline earth metals. Alkaline metals. Now metals has the definition same, alkaline also has the definition same, because why earth? Because found majorly on Earth's crust. Okay, they are found majorly on the Earth's crust. And what are the elements here? Please write the elements with me now. The elements are beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium. Okay, so how do I remember it? I remember it like this: be magaka, sar bara, be magaka, sar bara. Just wait a second, okay? Okay, thank you. Be magaka, sar bara. Okay, so again, you don't have any ambiguity. You will not have any ambiguity if you remember it like this: be magaka, sar bara. Okay, now you, all those who know Hindi, they can also remember it like this. They can also remember it in this way. Bina magas or be magas. Magas means brain. Ka sar bada. Okay, ka sar bada. Be magas ka sar bada. Now let me write the names here. This is beryllium. This is beryllium. Magnesium. Calcium. Strontium. Barium. Radium. Barium and radium. After that, you will write the atomic number. So atomic number is 4. So it's 12. Just add 8 more, 20. After 20, add 18, 38. After 38, again 38, this will be 56. After 56, you have to add 32, this will be 88. Okay. So this is the atomic number. This is the atomic number. Then what we can do, we can also write the electronic configuration. So electronic configuration, okay, one more thing. This will be helium. (2s2). Okay. And also one more thing is that this is in the second period. This is in the third period. This is in the fourth period. This will be in the fifth period, sixth period, and seventh period. Helium 2s2. Magnesium will be neon 2s2. After neon, it will be argon. No, not 2s2, rather 3s2. 4s2. Krypton 5s2. Xenon 6s2. And radon 7s2. Okay, radon 7s2. Now here also we will be writing a few things. What are those things? Those are the general electronic configuration, the valency, and the valence electron. So the general electronic configuration. General electronic configuration is equal to how much? NS2. As you can see, everywhere there is this NS2, NS2, NS2. Okay, what is N? The period number or the shell number? The period number or the valence shell number. Okay, that is same. Then we will write regarding the, what we will write? The valency. Okay, on the first valence electron, how many valence electron are there? Just write the valence electron. As you can see, everywhere the valence electron, there is 2. There are 2 valence electron. Another thing that we will write is the valency. Now, valency can be either 2 or 8 minus 2, that is 6. Lower of them is 2. That is why the valency will be equal to 2. Done, guys? Done, all of you?
Done, sir.
Yes,
Done. Just write a small note regarding the S block elements. Okay. Write a note. The note says that only one point. Okay. We have francium from group 1, francium in group 1, and radium in group 2 are radioactive. Are radioactive elements. Okay. Just one line in the note. Francium in group 1 and radium in group 2 are radioactive elements. After that, we have the p block elements. We have the p block elements. We have the p block element. Okay. It is composed of six groups. It's composed of 6 groups, and those groups are from group 13 to group 18. Group 13 to group 18. Now write some remarks regarding it. Write some remarks regarding it. The first point is that it contains metals, common non-metals, like metals. Wait a second, like that, like this. Non-metals, metalloids, and metals. Okay, and metals. Right, explain. Ionization enthalpy is relatively high. It is relatively high. Then high than what? Higher than the S block element. Okay, relatively higher than S block. Relatively higher than S block. They mostly form covalent compounds. They mostly form covalent compounds. Write this down. We will write regarding the group 13 element.
Sir, can you show the note of the previous group 3 again?
Not group 2, this is for group 2 and group 1, both of them. Okay.
Yeah, group one.
Francium.
Yes, sir.
Done. Now let us write group 13 elements. In group 13 elements, we have boron. This is boron family. Okay. By the way, this is boron family. We have boron, aluminium. After aluminium, we have helium, indium, and thallium. Now, those who know Hindi, they will remember it like this: बैगन, आलू, गाजर in thela. बैगन, आलू गाजर in थैला. बैगन आलू गाजर in थैला. Okay. Those who don't know Hindi, they can remember it like this: Bowler Ali, gave instant tea, gave instant tea. Okay. Again, so obviously this thali and tea, but it is how it is for English. Okay, Bowler Ali gave instant tea. Which Bowler Ali? Hassan Ali. And Hassan Ali, he gave instant tea to Pakistani team by leaving the catch. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Bowler Ali gave instant tea. Or you can also remember Baghan, Alu, Gajar, and Thala. So what are these elements? Boron, yeah, boron, aluminium. Then you have gallium, indium, thallium. Okay. You have the homework that you have to write the atomic number for group 13. Then you will write the electronic configuration. After that, you will write the electronic configuration. You will write the valence electron for group 13, okay, and the valency. Only for group 13 you have to do this. Then when you will come back on Thursday, then we will write the different details, okay, for group 14, 15, 16, and so on. So periodic properties, this you will take 10 hours. Okay, we will approximately take 10 hours. Okay, that means 5 classes. So 1 class is done. 1/5 of the portion is done. Okay, 1/5 of the portion is done. So please, I mean, see it this way. When we will be done by the second class, I mean, a bit less than half will be done. Okay, so please, I will give you homework for NCERT exercises also. Okay, but not today. Not today. You have this homework for today. From the next class, I will be giving you NCERT exercises and also some assignments from the previous year NEET and JEE questions. Please write this down. Let me know if you're done. Are you guys done? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Meenakshi, you're done.
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes,
you
sir.
have to answer. Okay, Meenakshi is done now. So Meenakshi, we have just covered the chapter, which is, what chapter did we just do? Which chapter?
Periodic table.
Periodic table? No. I mean, we just finished with chapter. We finished with chapter.
Structure of atom.
Yeah, structure of atom. Can I ask you a few questions from structure of atom? I think you guys were notified regarding Viva. No or yes?
Yes, sir.
Hana?
No, sir.
So,
I was not try.
ma'am, you are not.
No,
Okay.
sir.
So, are you in contact with Nishkar sir, or is your father in contact with Nishkar sir?
My father is.
So he must have got the message, and he must have forgot to tell you.
No, sir. He didn't. He messages me everything, whatever is being sent.
Whatever is being sent. Okay, fine. Then you have. Then on Thursday, I can ask you questions on Thursday, Maimuna.
For atomic structure.
Yeah, atomic structure.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now there are Meenakshi, you were informed, right?
Sir, yeah, that's for bio, right?
Not for bio, for everything.
Okay.
Can I ask you some questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Small things only. Okay, small things only. Okay, how many quantum numbers are there? How many quantum numbers are there? And what you will also have to tell me what are those quantum numbers? How many quantum numbers and what are those?
SPDF.
SPDF. Okay. Okay, is there anyone who wants to answer this question once more? Anyone else?
4.
Mazia,
4.
okay, Mazia 4. Can you tell me what are those? What are those?
As in making quantum numbers, spinning quantum number, then
And okay, fine. 4 हो गए आपके. It's fine, Mazia. Okay, Razan, you wanted to answer, right? Can I ask
Yes,
you
sir.
something else? Can I ask you something else?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you will tell me regarding principal quantum number. Okay, so each of the quantum number, it tells you something about the electron, where it is present, address of electron, है ना? So what does principal quantum number tell you? What does principal quantum number tell you?
Mm,
Sir, can I
motion of
answer?
electron?
Sorry, Razan, can you please say once more?
Motion of, sorry, what was the question, sir?
Principal quantum number. Principal quantum number. अरे अभी नहीं देखना है आपको कॉपी,
It,
अभी टेस्ट हो रहा है.
sir, but the Viva was for physics, right?
Why was for everything? Why was for everything? Tell me. Okay, Razan, tell me. You don't remember? It's okay. It's
No,
fine.
sir.
अगर आप लोगों ने prepare नहीं किया है, I can ask questions again in Thursday also ना. Don't worry. हम नहीं. You are so fearful, sir. मेरा बाप, मेरी खराब reviews आ जाएंगे. I will get bad reviews. Don't worry. Okay. Memuna, you wanted to answer?
Yes, sir. It gives idea about the average
tell me.
distance from the nucleus.
Principal quantum number about the.
From the nucleus.
It gives the idea about the what?
It gives the idea about the average distance from the nucleus.
Average distance. No, just one step before that. There is one point also. There is one point which is the basic point. I can agree with this. Okay, but I think I have to take Viva on Thursday. Okay, so all of you guys, you have a Viva on Thursday. Okay, please
Okay,
be
sir.
prepared. Please be prepared. And I will be mostly. I'm just restricting my questions to quantum numbers. Okay, quantum numbers, that includes the electronic configuration also till nodes. Okay, so we started quantum numbers and we went till nodes. From quantum numbers to nodes, I will be asking, because that is something that will be repeated in each and every chapter. Okay, so you have to really have good graphs in that. Okay, fine. Thank you guys. We will meet on Thursday. Okay, thank you, Atasham. Atasham, you will watch the lectures. Okay, quantum numbers,
sir,
I will
sure.
ask you. For
Yes, sir.
first 2 lectures, I will ask you questions from quantum numbers. Okay.
Okay, sir. I'll do it.
Okay, fine. Chalo. Thank you
Thank you,
guys.
sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice day.
Thank
Allah
you, sir.
Hafiz.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Take care.